Jalen Hurts suffered the shoulder injury late in the season against Chicago, and he didn't play the rest of the regular season. And in the playoffs, up until the Super Bowl, he really didn't throw it a lot. That week off going into the Super Bowl, the week off they had for the bye week before playing the New York Giants in the divisional round, he got a lot of rest with that shoulder, but he didn't get stuck in Chicago. And if they want to continue to run him, we look at Anthony Richardson. Young man is big. But now that's like 3 games he's been hurt in, and he's had to leave the game. He can't finish. Trey Lance, and it is 49ers' tenure running the football. Right? You know what I'm saying? You can't do this with these quarterbacks.
Can't do with any of them. And even like Josh Allen, for as amazing as it is at times,
he's not running as much as he used to.
But wouldn't we all agree they're also flirting with danger?
Right.
There's a difference between a design run and a scramble.
Right.
A scramble is like, okay, nothing's open. I'm going to keep moving. Maybe I'll use my legs. The design runs, I'm out on them for my quarterback. And like, have we even thought about a design run for Brock Purdy?
Well, I wonder if the size
outside of a QB sneak.
That just say a lot about Trey Lance and not being able to process. Maybe there was something to that. Even though I don't like the game plan, I still you drafted this guy because you thought he was a good quarterback, not Lamar Jackson. You misevaluated him. Now I'm not trying to go back and Trey Lance. You're able to whiff on Trey Lance and move on. You still have a Super Bowl contender. You're dropping 30 burgers left and right. You've upgraded. But no, you're not going to do that with Brock Purdy because of his size.
Ponte.
That would be idiotic for Shanahan to call a play and say, "Hey, let's do a design run with Brock Purdy."
No, they're never
not going to do that.
They're never going to do that. But like, just forget the name Trey for a second. From Jimmy to Brock, it's a clear upgrade.
Oh my gosh!
No one is debating that. Like,
we're going to watch Jimmy.
Even if you respect Jimmy, even if you think the highest of Jimmy, right? You can reasonably say they've upgraded. And however they got there, they got there. They found Brock. Yes, they took 3 picks. It took a 7th-round pick, so maybe it took 4 picks. However you want to do the math, they've clearly upgraded, and they're sitting in the catbird seat.
No, I mean, we're going to watch Jimmy Garoppolo tonight, and we're all going to be saying, boy,
thank God
we don't have to go through this experience again, this roller coaster again. By the way, Micah Parsons yesterday to the media, I don't think the 49ers are at a higher level than us. I think we're the same caliber playoff team, same talent, same standards. I just feel like we need to reconsider and fix some things. The score doesn't really show what happened out there. 42-10. I think the score showed a lot of what happened out there. The score told the story of the game. The Cowboys were dominated. They didn't have a first down until early in the second quarter. Tony Pollard cannot run the football. Nobody can run the football against this defense. They haven't allowed a rusher to rush over a running back to rush over 100 yards in 32 games.
Can I ask you this one too? Because I don't think we've dove deep into it enough. Bowman and Willis, they had Takeo spikes before Bowman got elevated. Right. So it was really just 2011, 2012, 2013. And I believe parts of 2013.
Willis had a toe injury, and he wasn't playing on third downs.
And who was our guy? Larry Grant playing?
Larry Grant playing a little bit. But
so we're talking about 3 years. And I don't want to take away. They were 3 amazing years.
Maybe so not even 3.
What?
Maybe not even. Yeah,
2.5,
3,
right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm nitpicking. Willis and Bowman are 2 of my favorite Niners of all time. Why are we so afraid to say Greenlaw and Warner are on their level? Not that they're better than, but like given the way the game is played now, why they've done it for about as long, if not longer.
2021, 2022, and now 2023. And they're both locked up for long term. Like Bowman came on when Willis's prime was starting to leave him, right? Willis's great years came without Bowman.
Yeah.
And in 2011, Willis was still really good.
Really good.
But by 2012, the page is starting to turn to where Bowman was the lone linebacker on third downs, and Willis would come out.
Yeah, and I thought that Bowman's 2013 season was as good of a linebacking season as you could have.
Warner and Greenlaw are both 3-down linebackers, playing every single play.
In the modern game.
In the modern game. And they're cleaning up everybody in the run game. Like, Greenlaw crushed. I forgot about the Pollard slant where he just crushed him.
Bro.
Where's that? Deuce? Was that?
No, it was the other running back.
Vaughn?
Yeah, he destroyed
Deuce Vaughn or whatever his name is.
And he didn't catch the ball. And then on the sideline, he suplexed it.
Oh yeah, he body slammed him on the sideline.
And then he got up like,
Right, you're like, and the ref thought about throwing a flag. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to throw a flag.
And then before halftime, he's rolling out to the right side, Dak Prescott, and here comes Greenlaw like shot out of a cannon. And I'm thinking to myself, how dumb is Dak Prescott to run to the left with Fred Warner and to the right with Dre Greenlaw? Doug, you're not getting to the sideline.
You see the way they ran off the field, too, going into the locker room at halftime, Greenlaw and Warner? I'm like, oh, these guys are psychos. They want more.
Look,
They don't even want to go into the locker room at halftime. They just want to stay on the field.
Bro, without disrespecting Willis and Bowman and recognizing how great they were, why can't we also recognize how great this tandem is as special a tandem as you're going to find in the league?
No
Remember
doubt.
a couple years ago, everyone was talking about the Tampa Bay tandem?
Yep, Levante David and Devin Smith.
And they're very good.
They're very good. They're not Warner and Greenlaw, especially in the run game. They're really good in the pass, but against the run,
that's what I'm saying.
Give me Warner and Greenlaw all day long. Let's go to the lines again.
Man.
Let's go down to Casino Matrix. Casino Matrix in San Jose. When are you guys going to host us for another watch party, Casino Matrix? Brett at Casino Matrix in San Jose. What's happening? Come on.
What's going on, my boy? How you doing?
Real quick, Brett. I know you guys got some business dealings with the other station, but come on, you know who really pays the bills around this market? Brett, come back onto the winning side.
I'm going to take an NC, no comment. No.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that speaks volumes. What you got?
I mean, honestly, boys, that was, and you know I'm a Steelers guy, but man, that was a debauchery. I mean, they undressed him like I did my date on prom night. That was just silly. I mean, they really did. I mean, couldn't believe what I was watching. What they look like to me is when the Warriors had Kevin Durant. They look like a super team because you just can't guard everybody. I mean, like it's weapons everywhere. You got Pro Bowlers on the offensive side, on the defensive side. It's just silly. I mean, I honestly don't even see them taking an L anytime soon. And I mean, this is coming from I'm not biased with the Niners or nothing, but I mean, the eye test is telling me the Niners are just that good. And happy Columbus Day, Paisan, Zlatsky. I mean, shout out to you guys, man. You guys are holding down. I love you guys, man.
Thank you, Brett. Love you too, man. See you soon down there at Casino Matrix. It's Columbus Day today?
Well, it was.
We celebrate that still?
We had the Indigenous Peoples Day, I believe, is what it's technically called now.
Okay, yeah.
But also, you had the North Beach Festival over the weekend, Fleet Week. It was a great
discover
weekend.
Cuba and not America? I don't know. I don't even want to get into that.
Why are you going down this rabbit hole?
Hey, by the way,
I would like to stay employed talking about sports.
Yeah. I'm not talking. We don't talk politics on the morning roast. Spinoni, I just saw something on YouTube.
What's that?
Probably my first NorCal credit union. You got a Raider fans head. Boy, we made a mistake letting Derek Carr go. And I'm thinking, boy, the Saints didn't look good yesterday.
Derek Carr versus this Niners or Eagles defense is going to look great in January or February.
And that's the one thing that, the one thing I'm not here for is, Brock's a game manager. Do you know how, inept Trent Dilfer was as a quarterback? Go back and look at the
whole
numbers.
game management thing. I've been out on that.
It's a joke.
Shanahan.
Even Alex Smith's year, the 2011. Go back and look at Alex's numbers, and you look at Brock's numbers.
Shanahan empowers Purdy to be aggressive.
Come on, dog.
When you call that drive up 21-10, Shanahan with Jimmy Garoppolo would have been run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass. Let's try to get out of here and shorten the game up. Instead, Shanahan saying, let's dial it up. And let's throw slants. Let's throw posts. Let's throw deep. Let's throw out routes. Oh, you want to call back a 40-yard play? Well, let's call it again to Deebo Samuel over the middle of the field and break this game wide open. The way he calls a game for Brock Purdy compared to Jimmy Garoppolo, it's not even close. Not even close.
If you want to nitpick, really nitpick on the 49ers, Bonte, right before halftime, the Niners get the ball back. It's like a minute and a half to go. They throw a pass. It's like a 7-yard gain or whatever. And then they run the ball with CMC on second down. All right. And the Cowboys have 2 timeouts at that point. All right. They called the time, or 3 timeouts. They called the timeout, stop the clock. It's 3rd and short. You know that the Cowboys have 2 timeouts. If you're not going to be aggressive from the jump, I would have taken another run play there. If you're going to go conservative, force them to use a timeout.
Especially because you're not receiving the second half kickoff.
It's the only nitpicky thing that just right before halftime, I get a little nitpicky on clock management, specific plays that you're using. It's really hard for me to nitpick on his play calling. But in those circumstances, run or pass, forcing a team to use a timeout.
Nope, I'm with you.
That was the only because then it gave the ball back to Dallas, and they had an opportunity.
And they could have doubled up because they received the second half kickoff. Yeah, they received the second half kickoff. They could have had the last possession of the first half, and they did. And even Dallas at the end of the first half, you see how the lack of aggression from them. They were like, you know what? Let's just go to the locker room and regroup. Let's not even try them.
How about
they
that?
didn't even try to stretch the ball down the
Well,
field.
they threw the ball out of bounds. Did you see that one where Dak rolled out left and threw it out of bounds?
Threw it out of bounds. It's like, what are you guys doing?
It wasn't even close.
But again, when the day they, and I told Guru this on the BS&G days, the day they hired Mike McCarthy, I said, I don't have to worry about the Cowboys. Let's just wait for them to fire Mike McCarthy. Now I just hope they don't end up with somebody like Jim Harbaugh or Bill Belichick or whoever. That's what I want them to employ Mike McCarthy as long as I'm alive.
Yeah, but Dak's so limited.
He is.
Dak is the quarterback who's limited. The way we talk about Brock Purdy is
Dak
wrong.
is limited.
You should be talking about Dak that way.
Dak is limited.